Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today is a very special episode because we are revisiting a legendary device. We are back with the Redmi Note 7 Pro, codenamed Violet, and we are taking a deep dive into the latest Superior OS Custom ROM. Now, what makes this review so exciting is that this ROM is actually based on the Android 16 QPR1 update. It is honestly incredible to see a device of this age running such a futuristic version of Android. But as you might expect, living on the bleeding edge comes with its own set of pros and cons. So let's get right into the review. First, let's address the elephant in the room: customization. I know many of you love Superior OS specifically for its rich feature set. However, because this is based on the very early QPR1 Android update, the Superior OS team hasn't had the time to port over everything yet. This build does not have the extensive customization options like it did have in the Android 15 or Android 14 builds. If you are a power user who loves tweaking every pixel, you need to know that this feels very close to stock AOSP. As I mentioned earlier, it didn't have much customization, so for example, it doesn't have pre-applied DNS settings. This is a feature I usually rely on for system-wide ad blocking, so you will miss that here. Furthermore, in the apps sections, you won't get app lock features. If you need to secure your banking apps or gallery apps, you will have to download a third-party locker from the Play Store for now. However, the essentials are still there. If we head over to the display settings, I was glad to see that you will get the double tap to wake option. I tested this multiple times, and it is responsive and works exactly as it should. Audio lovers will also be pleased. In the sound settings, you will get the Mi Sound Enhancer. For a device like the Note 7 Pro, this is actually a deal-breaker feature for many, so I am glad it is included to keep the audio quality crisp. Now, I want to spend a minute talking about the system settings, because this is where things get interesting for advanced users. This ROM comes with built-in spoofing options. You will get a specific menu for Google Play Integrity Spoof. This allows you to spoof your device as a different model to help pass Google Play integrity checks. Diving deeper, you have the option to select Keybox XML to spoof. This feature allows you to select a custom Keybox XML file used for key attestation spoofing for all apps system-wide. This is a very advanced feature for those trying to bypass strict security checks. Also, the UI is quite user-friendly here. You can click the delete button in order to reset the Keybox data values used by the system if you ever mess things up or want to start fresh. Speaking of security, let's talk about unlocking the phone. This ROM does not have a face unlock option. I looked everywhere in the settings, but it is just not there. You will get the fingerprint option, which works reliably, but you will not get face lock. So if you prefer unlocking your phone with a glance, you are out of luck on this build. Next up, let's talk about endurance. The battery backup on this ROM is decent. I want to be honest with you. It is not great, but it is not bad either. It is strictly average. In my testing, I get about 4 hours and 30 minutes to 5 hours of screen-on time. This should get you through a standard day, but don't expect it to compete with highly optimized Android 14 ROMs just yet. I also want to point out some visual bugs I encountered. In the quick settings style, you won't get the dim display options, which is a bummer for nighttime users. Also, I found that the quick settings panel behaves strangely. It is getting a black background sometimes. It should be following the system colors as per the Monet theme engine, but it often glitches out and goes into a solid black color. On the performance side, we ran Geekbench on this ROM to see how Android 16 handles the Note 7 Pro hardware. It scores 663 on the single-core score and 1625 on the multi-core score. These are respectable numbers, showing that the CPU is performing normally. However, regarding app compatibility, we also checked Integrity for safety net. Unfortunately, it fails without root. You will need to use Magisk or Kernel SU to pass these checks if you want to use banking apps. And, at last, because this is based on the QPR1 build, there is a silver lining. You will get the new theme pack in the wallpaper and styles setting. This gives the phone a really fresh modern aesthetic that you can't get on older Android versions. Overall, it's a promising start, but definitely a work in progress. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.